We all were trying to predict what he was going to do today. We all thought he had the potential to go 5 because he was showing in the preseason. Only walked 1, 6 strikeouts. That's about as good as you can have as a debut as a true freshman, and I thought that was big for our team after our starters averaged 3.2 over the weekend. Anytime, I've never seen a bad win. Obviously, when you win 14-2 as a coach, you still can be picky, and I don't like the 2 errors that we made, and I really almost thought we should have had 3 potentially, but who knows. But those are plays we have to make, and I think if the game's closer and we don't make those plays, it could come back to haunt us. But all in all, obviously a good win, and I thought all of our pitchers pounded the zone. Nelly with those 2 walks, but besides that, not many walks and a lot of strikeouts.
Going off of Percival there, I mean, you said the 1 walk, it's there to open the 4th inning. But he gives up the home run, 2-0, then gives up the walk on 5 pitches.
Yeah.
I mean, as impressive as he was throughout the outing, I mean, just how much more impressive was it to see him bounce back as quickly as he did from that?
Yeah, definitely. That's what you're looking at first. A freshman, that's his first adversity, gives up a home run, and it was a tank. And then, we always say get the next guy out after that, next guy out, and he didn't. And then you're thinking, okay, is he going to be able to get through this? And he did. When we recruited Kyle, he always threw a ton of strikes, and he was a big game pitcher, and he would have some velocity, but not all the time. It was mostly command.
But a lot of poise for his first college outing. It didn't seem like he had any jitters. Seemed like he's.
That's a great point. Coach Gaines, we always ask him when a new guy pitches, what was it like in the bullpen? He says it was the exact same he's been the whole season. And that's what we expect from Kyle, because he's always been a big game pitcher in high school, won a state championship, and for his travel team, the Dirtbags.
3 pitches going for him?
Yeah, fastball, slider, curve.
All right.
It does have a change, but didn't really need it tonight.
They had the fastball out for the home run?
Yep.
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 But pitchers, your freshman pitchers, if I'm right, that home run is the only unearned run that your freshman pitchers have given up.
Unearned run?
Only unearned run.
Yeah, maybe. I have no idea. Jody can tell you more than that. But our guys have thrown well, and our new guys have thrown well. Nelson Berkowitz got his feet wet out there. Obviously, he had 1 4-pitch walk. But Will Simmons got out there posting, got back out there for the 2nd time. So all these guys I'm sitting here looking at, everybody that pitched today is new. And that's, it's cool to see them have success.
How important is that depth for your season?
It's very important. Anytime you have pitching depth, it does 2 things. Obviously, you can not ride arms, and it gives them a little bit of a break. And it also makes guys make sure that they don't take their days off as far as their work ethic goes. Because when you create that depth, everybody knows that the talent is real right behind you. If you decide to get a big head or not go do your post in the weight room or not continue to work, somebody's going to catch you and pass you.
How do you think that that'll help Kyle's confidence moving forward into the season? I mean, it's early on, 4 games, and he had a great start to this game and really got you guys on the board up there.
Yeah, he did. I talked to our guys about trying not to let your confidence waver with performance, but that does happen, especially to young kids. Kyle's always been a confident kid. That's one reason we recruited him, because he was a big game pitcher. But this should do nothing but I remember Ken Emanuel making a couple midweek starts, and then we were like, why are we pitching this guy midweek? But Kyle's a team guy too, and that's what I love about him. I know that he'll do whatever we ask him to do, and we needed that from him today. But it'll do nothing but help his confidence for sure.
You mentioned after the Friday game that you have a lot of depth, but it's unproven, and obviously a very small sample size. But so far, a lot of these guys have proven to at least get off to a good start.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And you want to put guys in. You hope early on they can also get some confidence. And the great thing about Seton Hall was we couldn't really put them in with big leads because 2 games were really close. So that helped with some of those guys, and the other guys, some of the younger guys. In a perfect world, if you can get them out there and they can have a little bit of breathing room and it's not 2-1. Because the next step for anybody that is new, like a Will Simmons and a Berkowitz, is being able to make those pitches, with 2nd and 3rd and 2 outs with a 1-run lead.
Big picture this week, 5 games and 3 against a ranked team. This really a big week to get your season off to a good start.
Yeah, no doubt. We like to schedule good teams, and we like to play, because we can't play during exams, we're not allowed to have a weekend series, and most of our teams in our league can. I think maybe us, Duke, and Boston College are the only 3. So we have to really crunch those 5 games. But I like it, because early on you're trying to find out about your team. And once you get in to, middle of April, you can back off and we don't have those 5 games a week anymore. But I love it. At this point, you'd rather play another opponent than practice.
4 games in, I think Colby's reached base in 11 of 19 plate appearances, and that includes also a sacrifice bunt there the other day. Just how impressive you've been with his approach there down the bottom of the lineup.
Yeah, Colby, he knows what he needs to do because he's our best defender. I think he can be one of the best defensive shortstops in the country, not just in the ACC. But we need him to win. We need him to be a factor too offensively. But he's got those big bats behind him, and he can hit. Now he's switch hitting again. But you want to control the zone, and at the end of the day, if his on base percentage is high in that 9-hole, that means Vance is coming up. That means Horvath's coming up, and both those guys, 2-run home run, waiting to happen. We hadn't even hit home runs yet, and that's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. And it was really good to see Osuna just get in the box. It's going to be a little time for him, gets his time in, but he's cleared, and I'm going to put him in there tomorrow to start the game.
And you didn't, as of like earlier this week, you didn't think he's going to play.
I didn't. The hamate is it's really kind of pain tolerance, and he's a tough kid. And he was taking BP yesterday, with the protocols, and he came to me. He's like, "Coach, it feels like game ready." And I said, "Well, we have to have a special bat with a handle." And he hit off the machine, and his BP looked good today. So I was like, I almost put him in today, because when you have a guy like Osuna, like he's a starter. I mean, that's just what he is, and you don't hold it against him that he was hurt. And I don't care if he hadn't had live at bats or not. Alberto can find the barrel and it's a home run. So I just thought it'd be easier to ease him into it a little bit, and then hopefully see how he feels tomorrow, and just put him back in there as a DH in the 4 or 5 hole.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank y'all. Good luck, guys. First interview, don't mess them up.
Oh,
Congratulations on the win, Kyle.
thank you.
Any nerves on the first college start?
Not really. So like pregame, me and Coach Gaines just talked about hitters, and then after that, he said just relax and do what you do. He said that's why we got you here. He said I remember the first time I pitched, and he said if I had somebody to tell me something, just be who you are. So that's what I went out and did.
And like he was saying, the time you gave up the home run, you came back and struck out 2 to get out of the inning. Talk about the resiliency there, and was that discouraging or what?
No. So I mean, college ball, you're going to give up hits, you're going to give up home runs. But just felt like we've worked on just going through in practice like we call it a dry bullpen of just whenever you give up something bad, just going back and just looking at it, and then going to attack the next hitter. So just going back and getting after the next guy.
Was that maybe something where, when you got here in the fall and you're facing some of these guys that are in this lineup and stuff, obviously a really experienced lineup, you're kind of able to learn pretty quickly, I guess?
Oh, for sure. So fall really helped me out. You face a guy and hit a jack off of you. Well, what you had to do after was go after the next person. So definitely facing the hitters that we have on the team. I mean, all 1 through 9 can hit the ball really hard. So just being able to see them and then now go out and face other competition is pretty cool.
So pitching against Carolina's strong lineup in the fall kind of prepared you for this.
I feel for sure. I mean, those hitters are some of the best in the country, and that lineup is just so strong that, I mean, I feel like it helped all of our pitchers. I mean, we faced them probably once a week, and for that long, they're going to figure it out, and you have to be able to get better and find pitches that they can't hit to try to do better.
What's your pitching philosophy? Fastball, slider, change, attack the zone?
Today I was fastball, slider, curveball.
Curveball.
Yeah, so stuck with those.
And you seemed like you attacked the zone pretty.
Yeah, so I was curveball was more of like the strikeout pitch. The ones that were in the dirt were the curveballs. Fastball, slider. Today I was able to land the slider for a strike whenever I wanted to, which helped a lot. And just being able to attack the hitters, not get too deep into counts, and just go after them helped a lot.
You talk with your fellow freshman pitchers about all this. You guys have given up just the one unearned run this season. All the freshmen have been pitching really well.
Yeah, the freshman class, I mean, we're brothers almost. I mean, see each other every day, been together with each other since the summer, so talk, mess around with each other, and just have fun.
There is a lot of youth on this team, some new guys, on the mound at least. But there are also some old guys there, whether it be Sandy or Pryor or Max, whatever. Just how have they really just kind of helped you along since you got here?
Yeah, so the old guys, I mean, they kind of took us under the wing, and first couple of days just said, hey, this is how we do things around here. So set the tone at the beginning to say, hey, we're here to win championships, and if you don't want to do that, then get out. So just to see them and what they've done for us, I mean, they've really helped me out. Just not even confidence-wise, but just being able just to look at the hitters and say, hey, maybe you can go with this pitch or that pitch.
Is there one of them in particular who's been especially influential on you? Or?
I'd have to say probably the person that sits right beside me in the locker room, Connor Bevere. I mean, we all just, it's kind of just funny. We'd sit there and just talk and say, like, after a scrimmage, hey, what'd you think about this hitter? I think it's just easy because he's right there beside me.
Why'd you pick Carolina?
Because it's just a dream school. I mean, I came from South Carolina, have Clemson and South Carolina there, and I wanted to be different. And I mean, who wouldn't want to wear this UNC jersey? I mean, I dreamed about it ever since I was a little kid.
Thanks.
Good. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Have fun.
See Dub.
So, Colby, your on base percentage so far is really good. Is switch hitting helping in that regard, or is it just overall approach at the plate?
Yeah. I felt pretty good at both sides of the plate, but we have a lot of guys in front of me who are just really good, and I've stuck with my approach. I haven't gotten out of it. When I was younger, I felt like I was really trying to get hits, and now I'm sticking to my approach more and just trusting the guys in front of me, trusting the guys behind me, listening to what the coaches are saying, and I'm sticking to my approach a lot better in the box and just trying not to give any bat away, even if it's first inning or last inning.
But I guess you know that you're setting up Vance, so it really could lead to a lot of big innings.
Oh yeah. He's a great player, and he's got a couple of good guys behind him too. So just trying to get on, and I'm not really trying to walk, but I haven't really gotten a lot to hit. So I'm just sticking to my approach and trying not to waver from that.
Given your dad being your coach and all that stuff, I mean, I would say as a punter, it's something you've kind of been pretty good at since the moment you got here. I mean, how much of that is because of him?
Yeah, it is. He would get on me, Coach Forbes, and the coaches still get on me. You're in the back of the lineup. You're a middle infielder. You got to be able to bunt in any situation, and that's something we talk about here a lot. And it doesn't matter if it's me or Berto. They really get on us about bunting and just being able to do whatever you need to do in the box, whether it's get your pitch or lay a bunt down or get a hit and run. So all the fundamentals. So that's really big, and that's what we try to do here.
He mentioned the switch hitting. I mean, you came into the switch hitter, kind of abandoned it there for a little bit. What was your reaction when they came back to you, going into this year about picking it back up again?
Yeah. I kind of just I was playing summer ball, and one of my coaches was like, man, I heard you were a switch hitter. I kind of want to see it, and I took a couple swings in BP. Said, hey, you're hitting today, left-handed. And I say, all right. And first at bat, I got a knock, and then I felt really good over there the rest of the summer, and then I talked to the coaches here, and they're like, hey, we don't have a switch hitter, so let's see what it looks like. And we've worked really hard in the back, me and Weirs, and he's really helped me a lot, and just trusting what he's talking about and just trying to take that approach into the box on the field during games has really helped, and it's really fun.
So you grew up a shortstop, I take it, so switching from second to short is just like coming home, and it's no real adjustment for you, right?
Yeah, I like it. It's fun on that side. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day, but Danny helped me a lot. He's a great shortstop here for the past couple of years, and we got along well. And I would always joke with him a lot about, hey, like, I'm gonna come over there. Don't let me come over there. So we've been texting a lot right here at the beginning of the year, and he helped me a lot too. And I think we both had good gloves, and I would always mess with him about his arm, but I think we helped each other a lot. And he's a switch hitter, and he's been talking to me a lot about that as well now that I've gone back. So just it shows how big of a family it is here, and like you can get connected with those guys no matter if they're here or gone. And so he's been a great influence on me, and it's been fun.
Jackson's also pretty slick there up the middle as well. Just kind of how is that kind of chemistry really kind of developed with you guys?
Yeah, he's a great guy, great teammate. Really wants to win, and just he knows the game. So that it's easy when the guys know the game. And we've been missing matching and inter squads and preseason, and we've come out here in the games and had some different looks up the middle. But we're really confident together out there. We're talking a lot, and that's a lot. That's a lot to do with it. I think that's something I learned from Danny as well. You got to communicate out there. Everyone can kind of get it done, but if you're not communicating and talking, that chemistry isn't going to build and it isn't going to flow right out there. And I think that's looked good early on, and that's something we can just keep building on.
There have been a couple plays so far, and not too many, but 2 errors today for the defense. But how strong do you feel like you guys can be, as a defensive unit overall? I mean, a lot of those returners back, including Mac there at third.
Yeah, we got a good defense. I think everyone talks about a lot about our hitting, but that's something they sleep on a little bit. And I think we're really relaxed out there. We know the hitters, we know our pitchers. And at the end of the day, I think it's just being ready in every pitch. I don't think some of these errors have just been careless. I Mac there one day, we were joking about it. I usually say do it every time he gets a ball, and I didn't say do it, so I might have messed him up right there. But so just being ready every pitch. I think errors are tough, but it's gonna happen. It's baseball, just like anything. So we're just trying to be ready every pitch, and I think we got a pretty good defense out there.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.